What's up, guys? My name is Dakota. Welcome back to another YouTube video. It's definitely been a while since we've made any content. We've kind of dove into the idea of doing software development and kind of just building our infrastructure. You know, we were pushing out content, so much content, without any infrastructure to back on. And now today we actually do have a fairly strong and robust infrastructure. We'll be going over the website real quick before we dive into the video. So what has changed with Frostline since the last YouTube video? We have an official website now. You can go on here, schedule custom builds, schedule software development services, schedule IT services, schedule repair services, schedule mobile device services, a whole lot of different services because it kind of stems down on our foundation, custom PC builds, and development software services. We've released multiple products: Frost GUI, Frost Guild Wars Factions plugin, and Guild Wars add-on. These are plugins to work with Minecraft 1.17 to the latest version. Got like a faction setup. And then our Frostmod Discord bot in very good condition. It's working beautifully. I will have to say I'm very happy with it. All this will also be in the description below if you would like to leave a follow. If you'd like to sign up, because we do sign up, and we have our team here. We have Baines, we have Hoa, we have me, we have Devin, and we have Salish. This is our Frostline team so far, our small Frostline team. Then we have some community staff for our Discord and a partner company. There's been a lot that's changed, a lot that's grown with us. So if you'd like to read about it, sign up for a service, or do anything such, look down the description below and sign up for the website. Or you can just schedule a service even not being signed up. Like, here, let's see. So he's going to ask for all this. But if you're signed up, you skip out entering your name, your email, and your phone number. You just need a date and a time slot. But that wasn't the point of this video. Let's talk about WSL 2. It's called Windows Subsystem Linux. So a lot of us, the common use case in terms of all computers is Windows. I use Windows. Your mom uses Windows. Your brother uses Windows. Everyone uses Windows, unless you're like you're that techie that understands using Linux or that understands using Mac OS or has a Mac. But Mac OS is kind of dog shit. Not gonna lie. Well, that's where things like WSL2 come in. You don't want to use a whole dual booted setup. Having to install Linux onto your system, dual boot it, having to handle the kernel and everything. It becomes to be a lot, especially when you're just trying to get maybe like one system over from Linux, maybe Redis. Like hold up. Like we currently do. We use Redis, but this is on an Ubuntu server. This is on an Ubuntu lightweight kernel. But how does that work? If I'm still using Windows, but it's so basically WSL2 is called Windows Subsystem Linux. It is a Microsoft solution for bringing over previous issues, like for bringing over Linux modules, Linux software into Windows without having to really go far. To install WSL2, basically all you got to really do is Google WSL2. And then you can also have multiple lightweight Linux OS models. You can have Ubuntu, you can have Arch, you can have Debian, you can have all you please, as long as it's built for it. A good way you can tell is here. Let's Kali Linux. So I do already have Kali Linux installed because I do work in cybersecurity here and there. We have dove a lot into cybersecurity as a company. Frostline has. But let's say I want to install Kali Linux on WSL2. Once you have WSLs installed, which is fairly easy, you can literally just Google it, and I guess I'll walk you guys through it in the next video. And you can install it. So let's look this up. So if I want to install Kali Linux, boom, right there. I mean, it's installed for me, and then it installs Kali for me, but it uses WSL2. And then once you install Kali Linux or Ubuntu, whatever distro you want to use with your lightweight WSL module, I don't add all. And basically, this makes a very lightweight kernel for Linux systems to be used on Windows. I use Windows because, one, our entire infrastructure is backed off of a Windows level infrastructure. I would like to spend some time in the future taking our infrastructure and integrating it and migrating it over to Linux because Linux is better. It uses less resources, and it's just better. But for now, I don't have all that. So what are we gonna do? Well, I wanted to use Redis and other things related to Linux. So what did I do? I installed Linux through WSL2. Well, not Linux, but I installed WSL2, which is called Windows Subsystem Linux. And then I installed Redis. And then I opened up the server locally. So there's no open ports. All this is passed through our Cloudflare CDN. So it kind of protects the root level user, the operator, me, from getting payloads put into my computer. Because Cloudflare kind of they take the traffic. They know it's kind of like they're the middleman. We have the user connecting to the website externally. Then we have me sending it to Cloudflare internally. And it's just Cloudflare's kind of like, here, let me just store your stuff over here with me and handle the safety. But you continue hosting it, make sure it's up online. And then we'll make sure that when they come in, they can't do anything malicious. So, like I said, in terms of using WSL2, you do get a full Kali Linux UI if you want to work on pen testing. I would actually recommend this. I'm going to a lot of our security and research team. They use WSL2 Kali Linux, or they use some kind of Linux distro through WSL. Some of them don't, but a lot of them do. And because of that, they are able to they're able to play their games. They're able to continue using their computer as if they never actually got a job at Frostline, but they did, and we're so happy to have them here. But because of that, they're able to handle pen testing, handle security research, handle security response. But for some of y'all that might be pen testing on Linux and WSL2, you might have a question, questioning. Well, could this work as maybe an IP masker? You're kind of using a whole different you're kind of using a broadcasted based VM thing, so it's kind of like it's going to use a different public IP maybe. No, it uses here. Actually, I have the full description right here. So WSL shows an IP ending in .255. Um, it's its own lightweight virtual machine inside of Windows. It's a very much nicer lightweight thing. That means when you boot up Ubuntu through WSL or Linux, it doesn't just share the normal IP. It gets its own virtual network adapter and its own private IP address range. It's kind of like its own different device on your local network. Instead of it's using the 1 or the 2 at the end of the IP address. When you're viewing your local network, it uses whatever is actually considered the proper device on your network. So a lot of the area where people get tripped up is if you check the adapter, sometimes you'll see something like 172.x.x.255. It looks public, but it's not. That 2.5 is actually a broadcast address. And networking, the 2.5 is the 2.55 is the last address in a subnet range. It's reserved for sending messages to all devices on that subnet, like a group text. But instead of a one-on-one message, WSL uses NAT to bridge your Windows machine and your virtual Ubuntu or Kali or whatever machine. That 2.255 is where the traffic is routed. It's just visible because of how the virtual machine switch is triggered. It's configured, not triggered. Bottom line, it's normal behavior. Doesn't mean the machine is exposed. At the end of the day, if your Windows system, if your router has no open ports, this isn't going to open up any issues. Once again, if you're going to be pen testing, doing network level pen testing, use a VM. VulnHub is one of the best websites to do pen testing on pre-built VMs. You just need to use something like VMware essentially on the side. Now, truly one solid case use, like I said, for using Ubuntu on WSL2 is integrating Redis into a fuck, I'm trying to remember. Don't try to reconnect; it's not gonna work. I'm trying to remember. I'm sorry, my mind I just lost my train of thought. If you're running a web app or other internal tools on Windows, using WSL2 can help bring Linux modules over, as I said previously. Like, let's say we actually run our website off of my computer. Hold up, let me see if I can pull something over that's not gonna give away. Oh, my cat just jumped in my lap. Hey, let's say hey to my cat. Let me see. So what can I share that's not gonna really? I can't share any of the consoles because that wouldn't be, obscurity security. I'm able to bring in a Linux level module into Windows, and the speed and simplicity of Redis for caching or session storage or pub/sub messaging. Instead of spinning up a separate Linux machine server container, you can just set up Redis right inside of WSL2. Lighter than Docker in some cases, and runs natively inside of your Windows stack. It's very, very nice. For pen testing setups, this even really does get more useful. A lot of offensive tools expect a Linux environment, things like Redis, enumeration exploitation scripts, or C2 frameworks. By running Redis on WSL2, you can set up your intact infrastructure locally while still using Windows for things like Burp Suite, RDP sessions, or file management. Basically, you get the best of both worlds. It's actually very nice. Like, I'm a huge advocate for this. And truly, conclusively speaking, if you're serious about building hybrid environments in terms of web hosting, pen testing, Minecraft server hosting, actually, I don't see a situation where you would actually use a Minecraft server to pull anything into a Minecraft server from. I mean, could you cache in a Minecraft server? Maybe. A lot of plugins use MySQL, so it's I don't know. Don't sleep on WSL2. It's not perfect, but it's flexible. A lot of, like if I were to go into the Kali Linux VM right now, a lot of things related to it would not be accessible. Like, I can't add you multiple users on it. But for running Kali based software or using Brave or pen testing, it's very important. It's nice. Um, Understand the little things like the .255 IP behavior helps you avoid wasting time chasing ghosts, though. Because I mean, you could be like, why does it say 2.55? That's not my IP. It's a subnet thing. It's a broadcast subnet. It's just meant to be the bridge between your Windows subsystem and your Windows and your Linux subsystem. Um, if this video gave you anything to think about, ask a question in the description below. Join our Discord in the description below. Check out our website. Schedule a service. Drop a like, leave a comment. And every week we will be dropping a new security-based or software development or just PC-based video. As we get into the lab, we are currently migrating into a actual lab. You guys will be seeing more hands-on videos, working with tools, working with PC builds, repairing laptops, soldering motherboards. So I hope y'all enjoy that. Tune in for that, and I will see y'all in the next video. Goodbye.